guys, and welcome back to another video. So as you can see from the title, I'm doing a full day of eating. So this is in the luteal phase of my cycle. I've been doing this as a sort of mini series just to kind of show different foods that I'd eat at different points in my cycle, and it's not particularly different but just some different foods that I'll include a bit more of to try and help optimize my cycle and feel the best that I can possibly feel. So this is obviously leading up to my period, so I am due on next Sunday, so kind of like just gone past ovulation and into luteal, so I'm burning more calories a day. So I'm in a little bit of a deficit at the moment because I go on holiday next Thursday. So yes, my period is due when I'm on holiday. What a buzz. But I'm not going to let that stop me feeling good. So as I say, we're burning sort of 100 to 300 calories more per day in this phase of your cycle. So I want to make sure that I manage that, because that's why you get more cravings. So I am in a little bit of a deficit. It's very small, so I'll go either increase the deficit so it's an even smaller one, or I'll go right up to maintenance if I need to at this point. And then that kind of means that I'm not going into that surplus, but I'm still either going to have very slow fat loss or just kind of remain the same, which is okay. Also, side note, you don't have to do a deficit or a cut or diet, whatever, before going on holiday if you don't want to. It's about just feeling good in yourself. And for me, it's kind of been a little bit more about just feeling better within myself. I had a bit of a groggy few weeks and just wanted to kind of clean up my diet a little bit, making sure I was getting a better 80-20 balance of more nutritionally dense food and stuff like that. And working on my bloating and gut health has been key for me. And I've really noticed some big improvements. And one thing that I have been doing, for no other reason aside from working on my gut health and bloating, is intermittent fasting. Now this has kind of been, you know, a big thing as like a fad diet, and it is a fad diet, but it will not work if you're in the window eating in surplus. So basically, intermittent fasting, for those who don't know, is you fast for 16 hours and then you eat in an 8-hour window. So for me, that is kind of like 12 till 8, somewhere around that. I'm not deadly strict with it. Sometimes I eat a bit earlier if I need to, and I don't kind of really do it much on the weekends, even though I tend to eat a bit later on a weekend anyway. So yeah, that's kind of what it is. And the fasting basically allows your digestive system to get a rest, because I realise that with my work hours, I get up at 5 a.m. and I don't kind of stop eating till about 7:30, 9 some nights, and I'm on the go all day and just grabbing little snack bars and stuff, and I feel like it was putting a lot of pressure on my digestive system. And you know, it's not necessarily that there was anything particularly wrong, but I just wanted to give it a try, just to give it a little break. It's not something that I'd necessarily do forever. And as I say, I'm not like really strict and rigid with it. It's just to give it that bit of a break. A lot of people do intermittent fasting thinking that it's a good way for fat loss. But if you're not in a deficit in that eating window, then you won't lose fat. The only way to lose fat is to eat in a calorie deficit. So it's important to remember that. And that's why I really want to reiterate that I'm doing this from a point of view of looking after my gut health and keeping my digestive system feeling good. So I've just come off a meeting that ran over a little bit, so I'm eating a little bit later today than what I'd planned. So I'm going to have my breakfast. So I'll show you what what I'm having, and also just when on a morning, because obviously I've been at work and stuff. So that's why I've pushed my training back also. So I normally train early in the morning, but now I've been training mid-morning, and then I'll eat after this. But it is an active rest day for me today. So all I've done is some steps, just gentle walking, and then I've been busy and active at work. So come back from work, just had a quick meeting there, and then yeah, I'm about to eat. So I'll show you what I'm having. So in the fasting period, I only have water and then black coffee and green tea as well. I have the green tea. So when I end the fast, I have a shot of apple cider vinegar. Again, don't have this because it's a diet trend. I've always had this. It's fermented, so make sure you're having it with the mother. And because it's fermented, it's really good for your gut health. Again, it's going to help with bloating and really help with that digestive health, which is what I've been working on. Again, it's something I've had for such a long time, pretty much every day. I'm very consistent with it most of the time. But I just really, obviously, it's something that I'm going to keep in. It's just been having those digestive issues, or like bloating issues, that I've really wanted to work on, and it has really helped. And then I have my vitamin C, which is really good again for helping flush out any water retention, which is going to help with bloating. And then my first meal of the day, I made a chia seed pudding with toffee flavour drops and banana protein in, and obviously chia seeds. And then just there, so I left that in the fridge overnight, and then topped with some skyr yogurt. There's also some kefir in here, which is fermented, really good for gut health. And then I've topped with banana, full of potassium, which is really good for helping flush out any water retention. And then topped with some rich tea biscuits because balance, and honey. So I'm very, very excited to eat this. So I've been busy working, doing new client programming this afternoon, and then took Wesley for a walk, and I'm going back up to the gym. I've got one client in teaching spinning as well, so just about to have some food, fuel me up for that. So I'll show you what I am having. So really not like aesthetically pleasing, however tastes very good, and lots of goodness in there. So we've got some leafy greens, and that's some cod with miso. Miso's really good as it's fermented, so it's good for your gut. We've got asparagus and aubergine, again really good, full of fibre, good for your gut health. And asparagus helps to flush water out of your system as well. We've got some lentils and rice there. So lentils and beans and pulses, they're really good again for lots of fibre. So have a nice healthy gut. Just realised as well that I meant to put sesame seeds on, so I'm just doing that now. Just sprinkled on top. From some good fats, and sesame seeds are also really good at this point of your cycle too, but they are good at any time. Fats are so important for good hormone health, and also give you energy too. So busy afternoon at work, running around. I feel like my day started really well and productive, and then it just kind of took a bit of a swan dive, but we're staying positive. You know, we're nearly there at the end of the day, and tomorrow is a new day. So I've just finished making my tea or dinner, depending on where you're from. And I've made tacos. I'm very excited to eat them as I'm feeling very, very hungry. As I said, my cravings are getting a bit higher at this point of my cycle, as I'm more hungry, burning more calories, and I have had a very busy, active day. So I'm going to have this and then see how I feel. Might have something sweet after, but I'll show you my tacos. So I've got 4 taco shells. I've got a bit of spinach on the side there. So it's mince, onions, peppers, avocado and cheese. Some of my favourite foods, but those taco shells are really good. Like, you get quite a lot for your bang for your buck, as I say, a lot for your calories. So they're pretty good for a deficit to have a lot of volume. Just finished my food, and then I'm going to finish the day with some Biscoff creams. These are amazing. I'm going to take a few out of the packet and then put the packet back, otherwise I will plough through them. As I say, like cravings, sweet cravings, I really feel it at this time of the month, like before my period, they start to kick in. So I'm going to allow myself, obviously, to have some. It's important to do that. But I know that I'll feel rubbish after and groggy, and it'll give us a bad tummy if I eat too many. So it's about being sensible with these things. But yes, that concludes a full day of eating in the luteal phase, so the build up to my period. And I'm also in a very small calorie deficit as well. Any questions on anything that I've talked about today, please pop them below. Anything that can help with, the link is also below. A one-to-one online coaching if you need more help with your nutrition or your workout programming, or even just accountability. And yeah, please like, subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one.